But there's always people out there to help you. How was your experience going to your first base?
My first base, my sponsor didn't message me or call me until like I'm gonna say what, like a week after or before I got there.
After you got there?
And it was like a huge like blizzard, so my flights kept getting delayed that day, and he got pretty pissed because he was waiting at the airport for like 4 hours for me to get there, and he was all mad to take me to like Walmart to get
Are you
stuff.
serious?
Yeah, he was pretty pissed, and then he took me to the dorm and he was like, "Hey, I hooked you up." He's like, "I got you some toilet paper." He got me a roll of toilet paper.
Just one?
Just one. I was like, "Oh, thanks, man."
Probably free
That's
from
just
work.
rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so keep in mind that you're not always going to have a good experience, but it happens. Don't take it
And it
personally.
was super cold also. I had no like winter gear.
How was your, so once you get to your first base,
Fucking starting hot.
unless you're married or something, you're definitely going to live in the dorms. There's no way they're going to put, well, maybe someone one time at some point got to live outside the dorms if they weren't married, but if you're not married, then you're going to live out of the dorms.
I think like the only
I said that to
exception,
Oxford.
the
Never
only
mind, go ahead.
exception was if you go to a base where your family is.
And
They-
then,
It's like some people though.
yeah.
like-
So, how was y'all's, because was it the first time y'all lived by yourself was in the dorms at your first base?
Yeah.
Was that the first time you
I
lived by
cried.
yourself? Yeah, you cried? Okay,
cried,
yeah,
like,
that's what we're
for a
getting to.
month.
Like, how's your experience?
I cried for months.
Why'd you cry?
Cause I was like, how am I gonna make friends? Like everyone here is already established.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everyone has their friends already.
And that's what you're gonna feel like when you get to your first base. Everyone, it's kind of like a high school or a boarding school.
Like you move to a new school.
Exactly, it's exactly like that. And you're gonna think that everyone's got their own little people, which they do, but there's no reason you can't fit in and start socializing with those people. I made that mistake because I was like, I got to my first base and I was like, oh my god, what did I fucking do? I hate this shit. And I did not talk to anybody. Literally, like, the first 11 or 12 months I was there. I did not talk to anyone. I never went and hung out with anybody ever. I never went in anyone else's room or had a party or anything. And then right when I was about to PCS, I started hanging out with people and I realized that I wasted a bunch of time. And I could have been hanging out with a bunch of people and I didn't. So don't be scared. Don't be a doormat. That could be, like, one of the biggest mistakes you could make. Especially if you're going overseas. Like, go check shit out. Don't just be, like, confined to, like, you're like, I fucking hate my life or no one else matters. I just want to chill in my room and do my own thing. Go out and meet other people because sometimes they're kind of cool. How's your experience living by yourself in the dorms?
I thought the same thing. Like I did not like being by myself,
Yeah.
especially Wyoming. Wyoming is just horrible. I don't know, and that was like the first time I was actually away from family because
Yeah.
in basic I was still in Texas and I had family in San Antonio, and then in California I still had my sisters there, so I was able to still see them. So I guess Wyoming was like the first time I didn't get to see anybody anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. I was
Everyone, no one's a drive away anymore. It's
Well,
like,
I was.
okay, unless you're near you chose a place near your family, which is cool.
which is like a biggest mistake also.
Yeah, I would when you're filling out your
Mine
dream
was
sheets.
a mistake.
When you fill
Not
out
a
your dream
mistake,
sheets, I know so many people that put the closest base to where they live.
That
Which
was me.
if you want to do that, that's totally cool. But I mean, the Air Force gives you big opportunities to go try new stuff, and obviously you did because you're here in Korea.
Yeah.
And if you want to live in your home, that's totally fine too. But if you really want to make that jump to try something new, I would suggest that you put overseas or somewhere, you haven't been before, or somewhere away from home, and then try to go.
Don't come to Korea your first tour.
Come to Korea if you want to. It's a
Your
great
first-
tour.
No,
You're gonna be confused if it's your
tech
first
school.
tour, though.
Yeah.
You're gonna be really confused.
Don't
if
come to
this-
Korea if you're underage.
I came underage.
I don't know.
You're underage, so
Yeah, it
we were
sucks.
all underage when we came here. But basically, do you have any advice? Because you kind of had not a bad situation, but you kind of didn't really like what was happening. Is there anything that would have made it better, or was it just something you had to get used to, or?
Oh, I guess it was like
Yeah.
I didn't know how work was gonna be. I don't know, like it was just a whole different type of work, like working from like a civilian job to a military job.
Mhm.
Kind of to get to know everybody, and you still don't know like the ranks. Kind of not wanting to mess up in your
Mhm.
job, like
Not want to look like a fucking idiot.
yeah. What do you say?
Yeah.
Being scared to fail.
Exactly, and understand that when you get to your first base, you're probably gonna be really fucking confused when you go to work, because people are gonna be so knowledgeable at the job, most likely, unless you people aren't. But usually they're gonna be really knowledgeable, and know that it's just gonna take time for you to get to that point. So don't like get down because you don't know everything that's happening all the time. Like, you're learning, and don't let anyone else get you down either. Because other airmen, even if they're brand new and they've been there like 2 months, they're gonna think they're so much higher than you, and they're really not. Like, just like friggin' study and do your job and do it well, and you'll pass them in a second. Because a lot of people think they're hot shit, and once you start learning what the Air Force is really about and your job and stuff, you're gonna realize that they're really not a big deal. So don't take anything like personally or to heart, like work-wise, when you first get there, because you're not gonna know obviously everything that's happening because you're brand new. So
common courtesy still.
well, we kind of went over this a little bit. Like, you go to your first base and you don't know anybody, like, but I mean, just go out, even if you're by yourself, which you're going to do. I went to my first base, I didn't know anybody that was going there, not one person. Just like go out and you'll meet people. Just like walk right outside your room, go to the like common area, and you'll meet people, and then that's how you'll start networking. Like,
how it happens to me is I meet weird people first, and then I meet my real friends.
this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
No, like,
If you're a smoker, you'll meet a lot of people at the smoke pit.
yeah, I advise start smoking.
I
But,
might start smoking. Gotta make friends.
Let me get my cheese real quick.
Smoke pits are the shit
sorry.
in the Air Force, because, like,
It's like a
everyone
party. It's like a
everyone
club.
takes smoke breaks.
Like,
Oh, don't get screwed over on
Not
buying
a
a
ton.
car, because you're fucking military.
Oh, and also don't just buy a crazy expensive car because you think you have money now, because you'll learn that we really don't make a lot of money.
Back to tech school again, really quick. Don't marry someone in your tech school class.
Unless you love them.
No.
But remember, true love waits. So if y'all get to your first base and you're separated and you still love each other, then go for it, but you probably won't. I want some sharp cheese before I bite into this.
you didn't bite into that?
I wanted some.
I just asked.
You asked and then bit into it.
Airmen nowadays are fucking pricks. They have no fucking respect.
And it's
for
all of them,
anybody.
which I don't understand. I have not met a new airman that's been good. Not once in my Air Force career.
Well,
my short Air Force career.
In Korea, I haven't met good airmen. In Langley, everyone was pretty good.
Yeah, seriously, you guys, like, pay attention in basic.
Ew, no, I don't want your fucking saliva part.
Okay, pay attention in basic to how they teach you how to respect people and how they teach you to do really well at your job and how they teach you that, I don't know, like, the Air Force.
If someone's higher ranking than you, even if you're an A1C and there's a senior airman telling you to do something, fucking do it.
Yeah, or if it's just another
Don't-
A1C, don't fucking be bitchy about it. I
Because
don't
you're
know.
new. They're trying to train you.
Yeah. And if they are an actual bitch about it, then I kind of understand, but you can just take that up your chain of command if you're
You'll
getting
know when
treated
someone's being
unfairly.
a douche to you.
I don't know, but it seems like airmen, and we've all not been in that long, but this is just,
cheese is so good.
it's fucking good. It's extra sharp. But just pay attention and do your job. You're here to do a job. You're not here to be a fucking dumbass.
You're here and not sit around.
Don't be lazy. Don't even join the Air Force if you plan on being lazy. Just because you got in doesn't mean they're not going to kick you out.
I've seen a lot of people get kicked out, by the way.
So have I.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Just that.
Totally.
Totally.
If you sit around, you're not doing anyone any good. No one wants you there. There's
Nope.
people that are going to notice if you're being a lazy
Yeah.
piece of shit. So don't think that you're getting away with anything.
They kick people out all the time. And if you don't have, like, the work to show that you deserve to stay in,
Work,
then
school, and volunteering.
exactly. It's all of it. It's not just the job. Like, joining the Air Force comes with a ton of other extra stuff you have to do just to keep your job. Another thing, you're going to do PT in the Air Force. So, if you can't do push-ups and sit-ups and run, just stop. And it's not hard to do. Like, just stop right now. Like, when you join the Air Force, know that you're going to have to do physical training. We do it 3 times a week here. Y'all do it 3 times a week too?
Mhm.
Like, every place does PT. It's not going to just stop. And know that when you go to basic, you're going to have to do it too every single day. So, like, I don't know what that issue is. Because so many new airmen come and they just don't, they can't. They can't run, they can't do push-ups, they can't do sit-ups, and I don't know what the issue is.
And they complain about everything and try to get a profile.
Exactly. Profiles are no joke, too. They can hold you back
Can I
from
get
a lot
one
of
more
stuff.
piece of cheese?
No.
Oh,
If I was gonna go over CDCs, but did we talk about those at all?
No. Just do them.
Yeah.
Just do them like
They're
as
easy.
as fast as you can.
Mhm. They're not hard.
There's no point of taking the whole
Taking
month.
all 30 days to do one volume or the whole year to do whatever. It really doesn't take that long. Just get it done. Everyone has to do it. You putting it off is not gonna make it go by. Like it's gonna just.
and if you get them done fast, it shows a lot.
Look, that's another EPR bullet. Doing your EPR or doing your fucking CDCs
And
quickly.
if you score high enough, you get days off.
Which is really nice.
And you get your picture on the wall. Langley, we did.
We're all not Langley.
Whatever.
So basically, there's a lot more to the Air Force after basic. We could probably talk for days about like stuff. Again, thank you, Steph and Joshua, for coming and giving your input and being guest speakers. BTZ winners right here. Listen to what they say. So good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Totally.
inviting me.
No problem.
Thank you. You're such a great
Watch,
person.
this is gonna end and none of it was gonna record.
While you're still in my room.
You wanna go smoke?
I don't want it. It's still recording.
I mean, that's what sweat tastes like. That cheese.
That is awesome.
That's great.
That is so smart.